qualifier matches will be streamed, barring a bunch of Game 5 timeouts.
Yes. It's going to be so much fun, man. And look who we got up on screen right now.
Yes.
This is also going to be a great set.
Syrup versus BMP. All right, and then on the other side is going to be Bluto versus Pharaohs, our last match that we are waiting in the wings. But yeah, this one, what do you think of this match? Hero versus Steve? I've heard some heroes say that they like this matchup.
Yeah, for a friend of the stream, Gresh, fellow commentator, fellow person, has also testament saying that, yes, Hero does have some great options here. I believe it's what, side B, the Thunder that can go through the blocks, create some trouble. You get some crazy options there from the menu. So possibly BeastModePaul can make some magic happen here. Syrup is the favorite to win this set, though. But Cav Clash 6 is not unknown about some upsets, so we'll see if they can happen.
Oh, for sure. And in addition, BeastModePaul, probably the player that you need to be most aware of when you're looking at your brackets. You're like, I have no idea what's going to happen. This dude sets. Rolling into the TNT a little bit unfortunate in that situation. 80% unanswered so far for Syrup, who, in addition to being one of the higher seeds in this tournament, looking to get that stamp of approval in the winners' finals against Fargo.
So, I mean, so far completely uncontested in the percentage game here. Syrup sitting pretty, trying to hold center stage as much as possible. The Acceleravel coming in handy, and the bounce as well, making it a little bit more difficult for stuff like those minecarts flying around to really find purpose.
I'm really interested in the way that Syrup is approaching. The Syrup is tossing out safe moves and then going back behind walls and allowing BMP to get buffs. I think that my resources are better than yours.
That's sometimes how you have to play the game. You have to put trust in the fact that, yeah, my diamond is the best mechanic. You have to hold that.
The upbeat clank with the anvil, great spacing right there from BMP. Gets that zoom back to stage and already trying to just hold shield for dear life. I mean, I'm terrified of Syrup getting a drop back here too, so I get it.
I like the way that he's holding it up as well, bracing for anything to come out off the top there. Throwing out some things, a quick sizzle there, keeping Syrup on the back foot. Ouch, that's going to hurt if you get hit in the noggin or something like that. You're still alive at 164. You have some power-up boost on deck here. Can you get a hard hit to make the magic happen?
We're being very conservative with our hitboxes right now. Finally expends that back air on the shield, though. Bang, getting blocked by the minecart. Another psych up, another buff. You're looking for one big hitbox, and the flame slash obliges.
Oh, the absolute flame scalding Syrup stock there. Putting themselves on the back foot. And, yep, the buffs do be kind of nasty. And also the fact that stuff like the flame slash, the ice slash, they're jump scare buttons. They really just come out so fast.
This is 100% like an SAT test. We got to go ahead and test your reading comprehension and your reading speed immediately. It's like, I know I can read quickly, can you?
I will never understand Finnegan's Wake. Oh my goodness.
Did that back air like clank with as well as intercept and kill BMP?
Hey,
that move is good.
Sometimes when you pay money for things, you get good items out of it, you know?
Capitalism at its finest.
Okay, getting back here on the stage. It's a little bit of a back and forth here between these two. And I like that BeastModePaul is using a lot of the tricks of the trade, especially because, especially here at this event, Steve is so dominant across the board in terms of character representation. It's good to see different characters try to throw their hat into the ring of, like, how do I topple these beasts, especially someone as good as Syrup.
I think we had 12 high-seeded Steves. Like,
yes.
It is absolutely insane that they came out in force here, and so far have been showing up with Susu getting that upset previously.
Got a little bit of strength on deck here, 125. Not quite finding any sort of follow-up. And there it is, the wind-up of the back air, taking it. Acceleravel on deck. We're going to be moving around a little bit here, if you get the chance.
Actually getting, the Acceleravel to jump back. Does get spiked, still has Acceleravel, and has to get that low charge up B to make it back. And dude, we are dash, we are swooping.
This is melee movement. What the heck? Going fast.
Dash Ants is buffed? Who would have thought?
Makes the magic happen here, that's for sure.
All right, in this position here, low MP. I want to scrap for a wee bit. We got to get 1 or 2 hits and just be comfortable enough to get like a fully charged up B.
Strong hit off the top. Diamond back air is a Steve's best friend. Taking that. And now even stock, but will this be an even game? Hard to say.
Tool is broken, but reset immediately. I'm digging these like just dash back options. You mentioned that the side B could be a big tool here, but Flame Slash has been coming up quite frequently. He seems to bust down the door and punish Syrup for trying to hide behind his walls.
The menu items alongside side B are so strong. Oh, that almost broke shield. If you're Syrup, you got to be a little bit careful. Oh, coming in with a jump scare. Again, that's the power of Acceleravel. You zoom in across the stage, not even using zoom. Just moving, zipping, zapping along. Monado speed coming in there for BeastModePaul. Just watch it. Ready?
Suddenly we're there. Look at the reel back too from BMP. It's like I was able to punish that nonsense.
That's crazy. My character's kind of nice.
Kind of. Yeah, in these positions, it does feel as though hero character, we all know what the character can do when you get a buff or two. Yes. But frankly, what always impressed me the most about BMP is the willingness to actually swing in neutral and do it well.
Yes.
Like, BMP's neutral is pretty strong. Fades in, fades out so well, and only tosses out hitboxes that they know are going to either be safe or are going to occupy places where the opponent has to advance. It feels like if Syrup can get a lead, get that first stock, and camp a little bit more, BMP will have some trouble. But if BMP gets that first stock and can play with advantage and hit the positions to approach, BMP might be walking away with the dub.
This is a game of frames and a game of percentages. We have to keep that in mind. And going to PS2 of all places, Accelerado coming in first things first for BeastModePaul. A great way to kind of help move around the barriers that Syrup is constantly putting around.
And again, just the dash back side B, claiming tons of space, but jab combo into one spike, down tilt doesn't connect, so roll on, and Syrup's like, oh yeah, I missed the edge trap, I'm just gonna go back to mining, we're good. Just doesn't need to necessarily be worried about that stuff because BMP doesn't really have that many good burst options.
Breaking down the walls a little bit, trying to throw out some sizzles. Syrup a little bit privy to some of those things. Also reading the menu a little bit. Gotta be careful about that. Again, side B comes out so fast, and it's very strong.
I mean, the charges are a little bit less useful in this matchup, but just isn't like a check. It's so good. Now full stage control for Syrup. Let's see if we're going to get some kind of a contraption in the corner. Instead, just covering that roll in twice in a row. BMP rolled in. Syrup not falling for the second.
Zooming back to that center stage here. 145% though is not where you want to be. So let's see if Syrup can find it quick enough soon enough. There it is. There's the aerial. There's the stock. Diamond on deck. Accelerado on deck. We're back to scrapping, Scabs.
And this is exactly the buff you want with it. Accelerado again allowing full stage control, just waiting out the snooze. Syrup very patient in these positions, expending resources, but still has the mash to make it back.
Woo!
But no, the lingering hitbox.
Still not enough. Accelerado coming in clutch yet again. It's the unexpected movement from Accelerado that's coming into play here so much.
Immediate parry into just let me get that one jab, dog. I just need one. I promise you nothing bad will happen.
I love that perfect spot dodge from BeastModePaul into holding the position, holding the line, and getting some percentage to boot. I love that. Accelerado, you're going to have to take a little bit of tax for your buff. Turn that into 40%.
That command grab is just so strong. This entire advantage ring just lived because BeastModePaul did not respect that slowly drifting minecart.
We're backing off a little bit. Oh, maybe that wasn't the right choice. BeastModePaul hopping up a little bit in his seat, trying to make sure that he's actually in this game. Sizzle bouncing Syrup every which way.
Off the backboard.
Yeah, what the heck? A little kaboom action coming in, nothing quite powerful enough. Side B though, racking up percentage.
And also the turnaround with that side B, did you catch that? He actually like moved his hurtbox because he reversed it into a position where Syrup just didn't have a hitbox that could challenge it.
Fireball to fireball to a little bit of forward air action. You'll love to see it. Again, Heroes love that fireball. It's a very good one.
Can certainly confirm into things, particularly when you have that Accelerado available. Now, side B yet again. Syrup keeps trying to get the parry timing correct with those shield drops, but it is just not working out.
The nairs are just consistently sniping Syrup out. I'm actually very surprised. BeastModePaul knows a little bit of something on how to just swat at Syrup consistently. Accelerado trying to close the distance. Nothing quite yet. That's a lot of up tilts, buddy. Relax.
Eventually, he's going to get one, though.
Sometimes it is just a matter of when and not if.
Yeah, it's, if you toss out just like 30 of them, it's like, hey, if the 40th one hits, I'm the genius, right?
It's true. It's such a jump scare with menus sometimes. It's like, okay, what is going to get popped out here? Hard to say.
You got to pause, immediately take a position. It's like, wait, what options is he going to toss at me? Oh, nothing. All right, full stage control for Syrup, taking the opportunity to refresh the tool. Not any iron left after the use of that minecart, so we have to be very precise with that lagless landing on the block. Finding
themselves on the board. Syrup, he has found himself doing quite a good job of getting around the trickiness that is Hero. And so, from that situation, it's like, okay, well, maybe I can back up a little bit more and continue on. If I'm BeastModePaul, it's like, okay, well, how do I find my ins? Accelerado seems to be consistently doing work, especially when BeastModePaul's holding center stage. You can find those nairs swatting out. Those arrows like forward air and back air take a little bit of time to wind up, but they hit so hard, and maybe if you keep mixing up the timings, you can find them, because that's how a lot of the stocks have been taken. So maybe, I think, honestly, just get a stock up and then just do kamikaze. I think that works. Throw out a thwack for the fans.
I mean, throw it out for us.
That's what it is.
We are the fans.
I'm fans. Hey, I'm just saying it's not out of the question.
You're not wrong. Really, you want to make these characters gamble. Like, that's the problem, is that we're seeing BMP able to actually swing in neutral and do really, really well. It's you wouldn't think the fact that, like, when it comes to tools available in these positions, Syrup has so many more, because BeastModePaul is just doing a really good job in those positions, even with the limited resources that he has.
And then sometimes you just get up air a bunch. That's the Steve special right there.
Yeah, it's like these no-impact landings just really allow this character to extend his combo strings beyond really 90% of the cast.
Winning the anvil, Bang coming out, just controlling some space is coming out as well. Trying to ledge trap with that flame slash, not quite. More sizzle. Again, it's just these fast-acting spells that just capture distance so quickly ensures that Syrup doesn't get too much going when there's a distance. It's just like, okay, well, if I can't close the gap because I'm hero and I don't have Accelerado, here's just a spell in your face.
These are the quiet times, though, that really favor Syrup. Whenever the MP gets really, really low and you have to start swinging to restore it, Syrup can just walk away, mine, and know that he's going to get his resources back before BeastModePaul does.
Now, if you're up a stock, you're down an MP, though. You have nothing really to your name, so you need to find something. You gotta just, even if it's on shield, you get some MP back, so you just gotta keep throwing something out. Or you can just reset to 0, because guess what? It's the footstool anvil to take it. Syrup confident enough to take that. And now, look at all the iron on deck. You have so many things you can throw out consistently. That's a very precarious situation.
So many things that you can throw out consistently, and why not just go for the most consistent one of them all with that up tilt? Just keep swanging it out.
It's the Steve tax. If you're playing a game against Steve, you have to just hold all that percentage.
And pray that they don't deal you like 80 or 90.
Absolutely.
All right, Diamond Tool available here as Syrup looks to extend the lead. Good little DI from BMP and then mashing like a madman at that last second.
Up tilt again. Look at how big it is. It's so wide, catches up. Get a little bit of a heal, but I don't know how much you're actually going to... That's net negative if you're BeastModePaul.
Do we have a double jump here? I don't think so. So yeah, have to go high. Gets intercepted. Goes for Bang, but finally lands the zoom. Absolutely needed that one. Awkward situation. He caught offstage without a jump against Steve.
Getting called out, getting tossed off as well. Hey, look, we got zoom at the bottom. We're coming back. Do it again.
And again, the minecart actually covers that little slide off of the platform. Really good positioning from Syrup.
Oh, just the pressure from Syrup as well. Keeping BeastModePaul in this corner.
Please let me out of the corner. BeastModePaul not having a lot of fun right here. Has to use the up B, and the minecart still continues this edge trapping session. 162 just about unanswered. This has been brutal, Let It Rain.
But hey, at the end of the day, if your stock still isn't taken, you're doing just fine. And as I say that, your stock's been taken and you're not doing fine. There's only so many things you can do, BeastModePaul. I apologize.
And then the up tilts come on. The back air actually going to set up another ledge trap. No! The pickup 2 on top. That is insane.
Why are you getting in my space? Get out of here. Relax.
Syrup's tech has just been really, really good this game so far. Just putting blocks precisely where he needs to.
Getting caught out there. Back air. Oh, what a stare down. Syrup 2-1 up right now. BeastModePaul was doing good in that first game, but the adjustments from Syrup are really, really turning the tides.
That's the problem. I mentioned how BeastModePaul was doing well in neutral. Well, that ain't happening no more. It happened for like a game and a half where BeastModePaul was able to swing, and then Syrup just like, I'm gonna disengage. If you're gonna, you can toss out as many back airs as you like. I'm gonna back off, give you space to flail, and just make sure that you have no opportunity to do anything other than tap my shield.
Taking a second to compose yourself, as you should. You should not feel the need to just immediately run back in the game. It really pays dividends to take 15 seconds, take a sip of water, think, what did I do wrong, and what can I do to keep it moving? Because this is a top 8 qualifier.
You are not fueled by hatred, Let It Rain. You've never experienced the joy of winning a salty run back.
Hey, if you just win all the time, you don't need to run back.
All right, I see how it is.
I can't stop winning, and the best way to win is to not play, which is why I'm a commentator.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, you didn't even go 0-2 this time.
Yeah, I went 0-0. You'll love to see it.
You got the did not participate trophy.
Okay, going into game 3. It's Smashville of all places. Maybe a little bit of scenery will change the tides, but percentage-wise, I don't think that's being properly reflected here.
That was actually a sick gear version by BMP. It just didn't matter, though. Like, anytime you expend all those resources off stage, when you have to rely on that up B, which is vulnerable, or the zoom, you're not making it back. Syrup has shown you that time and time again.
Just basically a full stock down to this point, trying to rack up as much percent. If you're BeastModePaul, what are you doing in this scenario? Just have to slowly inch your way back. Oh!
That's what you're doing. You're landing one of those nonsense projectiles that takes the stock at 60.
Let him hit him with the honk shoe, and then sure enough, stock's gone, even it up. I've seen more tricks like that. That's all you got to do. Just whack him at 0 3 times, and you win a game.
We are playing this character for a reason. I'm not here for neutral. I'm here to spin the wheel.
Let's go gambling!
Yeah, we're going to have to see if Syrup walks away with the prize here, or BeastModePaul is going to be complaining a little bit of an odd dang at the end of it.
I saw BeastModePaul hover over that kamikaze for just like 6 frames too long, and I was like, oh!
Just calling to him.
Go for it. We don't tech those.
Doesn't matter. We get mashed.
We do live those. The live trick goes crazy. I like the movement with that Acceleratle. So nice.
Yeah, just fading in and out, making sure that Syrup can't take those easy angles back. Fading back, trying to get that back air. That was a very predictable back air, and Syrup obliged, just walking forward, perhaps trying to get the parry.
Sometimes you just got to be predictable. Good old Rock, nothing beats that.
Listen, if they pick scissors, it's a problem. If they pick paper, we're gonna nerf that next patch. We're good.
That's how it works. BeastModePaul was losing his stock comparatively early after just getting called out, the jump getting eaten by the back air. Now you're in potentially the last stock of your winner's side here.
Look at the reaction from Syrup that time. Didn't even want to see what the projectile was gonna be. Just held shield entirely.
Yeah, just get me out. I don't want to deal with any of that.
It's like, you got this, dog. Spend your MP.
Trying to throw out some haymakers here because Syrup should be bopped by anything closer to that blast zone, of course, especially with Psych up on deck. The answer is, BeastModePaul even find it. There, it's the up tilt on center stage. That does the trick, down 35%. Certainly not out, but
certainly maybe out.
It's
Air dodges, does get the charge. Actually, Syrup bailed out of that one. No edge trapping, no edge guard, and we just wanted to get that diamond tool.
Makes sense. That is one of the reliable win cons in your deck of cards. Getting swatted here and there just a little bit. Just gliding from coast to coast is BeastModePaul, trying to find the follow-up there. Not quite finding anything he wants. Gets a little bit, but still smacked off stage.
That was actually an insane recovery from Syrup, too. Like, the platform drop after the Elytra to get that aerial. Nasty.
If you're BeastModePaul, can you find the winning combination with Psych Up? Bounce will help with those minecarts. Heal will help with that longevity.
Still not teching these blocks, though. And Syrup has the opportunity for a back air. Up tilt, back air. That was entirely safe. Isn't it great when you dodge the first kill confirmed, only to get hit by the second?
Happens to the best of us. Syrup confident in that victory, taking it 3-1. BeastModePaul shaking his head, back to the drawing board. You have some time to compose yourself for the loser's top 8 qualifier, but it's got to sting going down like that.
Look at how miserable this is. Like, Hero doesn't have the best out-of-shield options, so you kind of just have to take these back airs on shield, and then we immediately try to do anything and get hit with the up tilt. The shield was already dropped. Syrup had the ability to react to any kind of option that BMP was going to toss out. I think the only thing that gets BeastModePaul out of that situation is the up B. And I don't think that you want to overextend in that spot. So I get why it was a simple jump out or an attempt to toss out a hitbox, but awkward situation for sure. So while we're waiting for our next two players to get going here, we're going to be going back to the winner side with Gluto Pharaoh. Let's talk about Ace of Cards Esports.
Ace of Cards Esports. You might have seen some of the advertising here